All right, so I want to make this quick video on why most businesses actually fail. The fact of the matter is, within about 5 years, 80 to 85% of businesses in the US are going to go under. So, here, just going to talk about what makes that 15% actually succeed for the long run, right? And really, it's not because these people are more smart or they're more talented. It's basically because they are learning from their mistakes and they're pushing through certain adversities that many others are not. So we'll break these down basically just so you don't end up being another statistic. So the first main reason that businesses fail is because there's no real plan set before they start. Okay, just excitement usually, just the idea of it. Okay. A lot of people start businesses, again, because they like the idea, but not that because they have a real strategy. But this is very different things. You can hear people start businesses because they're passionate about a certain area, a certain space in the marketplace, right? It could be clothing, it could be cars, it could be anything. They're passionate, but they don't have a strategy to actually succeed, right? That's actually one of the biggest things on this entire list, because just because you're passionate doesn't mean you're going to convert clients. It doesn't mean that you're going to sell a product. It doesn't mean any of those things. This mindset can actually be really crippling for a lot of people, because with passion, you can think of it sometimes with leisure, not everyone, but in this game, you actually have to have a winning mindset and almost treat your business like war. Right? This is not a hobby, because if you treat your business like a hobby, you will be crushed by people that are treating this as war. Because every time someone launches a new business, let's say in the clothing space, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of other competitors trying to get your market share. Okay, so again, treating this like a hobby is not going to get you to win. Okay, again, people launch clothing brands, no research, no marketing plan, just a cool idea for a logo, and then they fail, a few months later. So treat this like a legitimate business, not a hobby, and have a plan to actually execute on at the end of the day. Number 2, giving up too soon. We live in a very instant gratification society, let's just say. And success, unlike what a lot of people think, is not just overnight. Huge mistake, quitting after a month or two. All right, you're not seeing success. You want that instant gratification. Again, this is not an overnight game. True winners push through adversity. They push through tough times when the sales aren't there. Okay, when they're not expanding in the business, when they have expenses to drop on the business, but they're not getting that revenue back because they believe in it so much. Success is not applicable for everyone. It's just not, especially in the entrepreneurial space. Because if it was, everyone would have their own business. Everyone would start their own thing. But the reality is most people are not willing to do that and go through those times. Because if you look at any successful entrepreneur, they have usually multiple failures before ever breaking through on anything. Okay? So the winning mindset here, super crucial. See the failures as part of the process. And don't just let them be failure after failure without learning anything. Just when you have to, do not quit and push through those adversarial times, and you will start to see wins stack up. Number 3, having a product or a service that doesn't solve a problem, right? A real problem. Again, people chase passions instead of solving problems. And the reality of the situation is the market doesn't give a shit about your passion. It wants solutions to these problems. Okay? So you can look at a company like Airbnb, massive company now. They started because people couldn't afford extended stay at hotels, and they just weren't as practical for larger families and things of that nature. Airbnb did not start their business because they were passionate about renting mattresses or houses. They solved a problem. So before they started their business, they said, what problem do we see here in the marketplace that we can solve? And then Airbnb, out of nowhere, becomes a household name. They solve the problem. Or don't ignore your sales and marketing. I'm in a sales role in the insurance space. Guys, sales is everything, right? Whether you're selling your girl on a place to eat, whether you're selling yourself on going into a college, selling your high school teacher to write you a letter of recommendation, that's selling. So if you don't focus on selling, you don't have business. Okay, so that can mean a sales team. It could be you directly, but a great product without marketing and sales, right? Good marketing and sales will fail. You can sometimes see this on Instagram. You see, this product is stupid as shit, but it actually sells and makes a lot of revenue because of the marketing, right? Sales and marketing will win if you can master it. So learn to sell. If you can sell, you will not be broke. Promise you. Fifth, definitely not least, waiting for a quote unquote perfect time to start the business or start taking action instead of right now. The reality is, again, most people just overthink way too much. And is this name of this LLC going to be great and this and that? And they want it perfect before they ever start. Okay. And the reality is that most people are just not going to start, and it's going to get kicked down the road month after month, year after year. Okay. So the reality is there's no perfect time. Even if it's a shitty time in the economy, in the world, just start. Start messy, learn as you go, learn from your mistakes, and just adjust day in and day out. Get better every single day. Jeff Bezos, right, multi-billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, started selling Amazon books or selling books from his company Amazon out of his garage. He didn't wait until he had everything figured out. Okay, so the winning strategy is start now and adjust as you go. That's all I got right here, right? Drop a comment if you have ever started a business, if you ever thought about starting a business. If you have, what was a big challenge that you faced? If you did get value from this, please subscribe. All right, I'm dropping, a new video every single week. Comment, like, and we'll see you on the next one.